India today is confronted with two enemies, one an invisible one, coronavirus, and the other China, जो हमारे देश में घुस आया है. नमस्ते दोस्तों, मैं मनमोहन सिंह पहुजा. चाइना को तो हमारी मिलिट्री संभाल ही लेगी, लेकिन जो दूसरा एनिमी है हमारा कोरोना वायरस, उसे हमें अपनी सरकार के साथ मिलकर लड़ना है. दो एज अ कंट्री वी आर फाइटिंग हार्ड टू कॉम्बैट दिस एनिमी, बट द लास्ट फ्यू मंथ्स हैव सिवियरली एक्सपोज्ड आवर हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम. This crisis has served as a grim reminder of the importance of investing in the healthcare system in our country. They say half the battle is won if we are able to recognize the problem. The question is, how many of us actually recognize the problem in the healthcare system faced by our country? Let's look at it. According to Lancet, which is the world's leading medical journal, 24 lakh Indians die of treatable conditions every year, which is the worst among 130 nations. India alone accounts for 20% of the global disease burden, with the high infant mortality rate of 40 deaths per 1,000 live births. More Indians die of poor quality care than due to lack of access to health care. 46 million children remain stunted in India and 25 million are defined as wasted, meaning they do not weigh enough for their height. Close to 40% of Indian children are stunted because of a lack of adequate nutrition. The country risks missing out on the benefits of its demographic dividend. Out-of-pocket health expenses drove 55 million Indians, more than the population of South Korea, Spain or Kenya, into poverty in 2011-2012. And of these, 38 million were impoverished by expenditure on medicines alone. Even in today's time, 76% of Indians don't have health insurance. 7% of Indians fall below the poverty line just because of indebtedness due to health expenses. The figure hasn't changed in a decade. As a result, about 23% of sick cannot afford health care. The National Health Profile 2018, an annual report released by the Central Bureau of Health Intelligence, elaborates that due to a lack of focus of preventive oncology in India, over 70% of cancers are diagnosed only after reaching stage 3 or 4, when treatment is more difficult and less likely to succeed. Consequently, the cure rate is low and the death rate is high. In India, the Supreme Court has declared healthcare to be a fundamental right under the Constitution. Unfortunately, the fundamental aspect of healthcare, the primary healthcare in our country, is in shambles. So the question now arises, how much does India actually spend on healthcare? Historically, India has done a public spending of just over 1% of GDP on healthcare. There is only one primary healthcare center for more than 51,000 people in the country. India is short of 50 lakhs doctors to fulfill the WHO norm of 1:1,000 doctor population ratio. The total per capita government spending on healthcare though has doubled from rupees 1,008 per person in FY15 to rupees 1,944 in FY20, but it is still low. The total expenditure by the centre and states for FY20 was rupees 2.6 trillion or 1.29% of GDP, including establishment expenditure compromising salaries, gross budgetary support to various institutions and hospitals, and transfers to states under centrally sponsored schemes such as Ayushman Bharat. So where does India stand as compared to other countries on healthcare spending? India's total healthcare spending, out of pocket and public, stands at 3.6% of GDP as per OECD, which is way below than that of other countries. The average for OECD countries in 2018 was 8.8% of GDP. Developed nations, the US 16.9%, Germany 11.2%, France 11.2% and Japan 10.9% spend even more. India spends the least among BRIC countries too. Brazil spends the most 9.2%, followed by South Africa 8.1%, Russia 5.3% and China 5%. India has traditionally spent less on health. In the first 5-year plan, 3.4% of the total plan investment was for health outlays. This rose to 6.5% by the 11th 5-year plan. In FY20, the per capita capital expenditure was less than rupees 200 per person, with 12 states spending under 1% of GSDP on healthcare. It is hence important that India invests in the healthcare. IMF has said in its annual article reports that India can boost its human capital's productivity by investing in education and healthcare. In 2018, it identified poor public health as the 12th most important hurdle for ease of doing business ahead of crime, tax regulations and policy instability. Health and working conditions are a key recommendation in its suggestion for labor market reforms. The healthcare sector creates both high and low skill jobs and can be used for pump priming the service and manufacturing sectors. According to a 2015 study by PricewaterhouseCoopers, the country will need 3.5 million beds, 3 million doctors and 6 million nurses by 2035. This means a potential investment of nearly $245 billion in the traditional healthcare delivery infrastructure over the next 2 decades. For this, the government needs to funnel funds into the public healthcare and remove policy bottlenecks so that the sector becomes the engine of GDP growth. It is health that is the real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Gandhiji had once said. Mahatma Gandhi believed that nothing is more valuable than good health and passed this advice to all the future generations. So make health, not wealth, your priority.